Hey guys, and welcome back to the CTFC Perspective, and in today's video we are doing a match preview for Cheltenham's game this Saturday against Walsall. Last weekend was a really good weekend. We came back and we got the points just like I said it would. I didn't actually get the timing of the goals or even who scored the goals, but I did get the correct scoreline of Cheltenham Town winning 2-1. And to make it even better, every other team in the top 6 dropped points, meaning that if we get 3 points this weekend, we have the possibility, even though obviously Newport do have that game in hand, and it would only be on goal difference. We'd have to win, I think, 4-0, and Newport would have to lose. But we can go top of the league momentarily. Okay, so I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's get straight into it. Moving on first to Cheltenham. And currently, because of that win last weekend, our form looks like this. But going into more depth of that last match, Will Boyle scored a very good goal with all things considered, and Connor Thomas slotting it home from a penalty, which we could have got. There was about 3 penalty shouts in that one penalty claim in itself. But obviously we got what we deserved in the end, and Connor Thomas slotted it home. Sadly, just for the break though, it was very scrappy, and they did actually drag one back, but it wasn't enough. We stayed in the game for the second half, and we brought home the 3 points. As you can very clearly see, what I've already mentioned in this video, Cheltenham Town find themselves in 3rd place on 22 points with a positive 7 goal difference, which is very good, only having 4 losses at this stage of the season. But then moving on to our opponents, Walsall, who find themselves in not the worst position, but a much worse position than Cheltenham, in 13th place because they're on 16th points. But you're thinking, okay, they've got 2 losses. Why are they struggling here? It's because they have 7 draws. That is right, 7 draws in 12 games. Just really holding them back. They can't have that finishing edge to get the 3 points. It's really holding them back this season. And if you think about it, they got 2 losses. I know a few of them could be clawing back, but still, like, they could very easily be very close to the top of the table if it wasn't for those mishaps, or whatever you say, dropping 2 points along the way so many times. They obviously have a pretty mediocre run of games as well, considering they got a 2-2 draw with Barrow, backing that up with a 2-0 loss to Cambridge United, then another draw, so 3 games without 3 points, a 1-0 win against Crawley Town, and then finally a 1-0 loss to Southend. So they're really not coming off of a good place, considering Southend are 24th in the table on only 5 points after 12 games, their first win of the season, and they picked up a red card for Alfie Bates, who is only 19, but he started 10 of their last 12 games. So he's a very important player, as it seems, and losing him could be big for Cheltenham's hopes for this game. I guess you could say this is quite an obvious stat considering they have drawn 7 games, but their stats are averaging them scoring 1 goal a game, but also conceding 1 goal a game. So I guess Cheltenham's hopes sit that they will definitely score. I know obviously it's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in football, but the signs are saying that they will score. But it's also like a bit like Cheltenham's. Cheltenham's is averaging about 1.7 goals a game, which means it's obviously better for us because we're scoring more goals, but obviously it means defensively we should be quite sound, considering that they don't score more than 1 or 1 at all in most games. Should be a bit split down the middle. Cheltenham averaging 55% possession to Walsall's 50, so I can see just back and forth, maybe a counter-attacking football. I don't think it'll be like the last game where we just keep it in our defence. Now, moving swiftly on to the players to watch, I'm going to have to go for Walsall for Lavery, getting himself 2 assists and 3 goals in the 12 starts which he's had, with a 72% pass accuracy, which for a forward is actually very good, as well as a 50% shot accuracy. Now, obviously, that isn't the best, considering you want for your lethal attackers more, but as long as he's getting 50% of his shots on target, considering a few of them are long shots as well, that's pretty decent. He's averaging a goal every 224 minutes, which I know isn't amazing, but like I said, it's pretty low scoring Walsall side, averaging only 1 goal a game. Considering the whole side is getting 1 goal a game, obviously you aren't expecting it all to come from Lavery. And for Cheltenham, I was actually going to say Charlie Raglan because I know he's only scored 1 goal this season, but I can see our defenders getting quite a few goals this season with the amount of balls we put into a box and how lethal we are from corners, and especially the actual gif that Charlie Raglan uses. It gets me every time, but I'm going to go with Andy Williams. No one seems like they can stop him. 5 goals already this season. He starts every single game for the club seemingly, and he just looks amazing, and he's just in great form lately. He's got a much healthier goal per minute ratio of 180 minutes per goal, which is pretty decent, a goal every 2 games roughly. He's winning 80% of his tackles, which is very good for a forward. He's also got 5 goals, all of them inside the box, and 0 from outside the box. And he's completed 5 successful dribbles, which for a 34-year-old, I wouldn't say the most fancy or visually pleasing striker as in his way of football. That is pretty decent. Now moving on to the penultimate part of the video, we have the bookies odds. Now as you can see on screen, Cheltenham have a 20 to 23 chance of winning, where to Walsall's 10 to 3, and there's a 12 to 5 chance of a draw. This is also taking into account the last 2 times Cheltenham played Walsall, where we did a double over them last season, beating them 2-1 and 3-1. And now we have it. This is one of my favourite parts of the video, the final section of the video, where I have to sit here and say confidently what the score will be. Now, like I said, Walsall have just come off a really bad result in their eyes, losing to a team who were yet to get a win in the league. And Cheltenham have pretty high spirits and we're in quite good form. We have the chance to go top of the league, and I think that will be in the back of our heads. So I think that could be bad for us, considering, we think, okay, if we get this win, we are top of the league, or theoretically, depending on how the scores and other games go, because you could still be 3rd or maybe even 4th by the end of the game week, depending on how the games go. But I'm just thinking it could be a bit of a tougher one. I think Walsall are going to get some wind under their sails and think, okay, yeah, we need to change this form around. We need to do it by ourselves. And the only way you can change form around is by hard work. Luck doesn't go to everyone. I think we're just going to safely back our last performance up with another 2-1 win. A bit nervous with the last 10 minutes of the last game, and I think it'll be exactly the same. Cheltenham Town Football Club is Heart Attack FC. I think we will go 1-0 up, they will equalise, and then we will make it 2-1. A bit different the last game, where obviously we did go 2-0 up, and I think it'll be 2 of the goals in the second half as well, just to spice it up a little. Andy Williams definitely getting a goal, and I can possibly see maybe a defender scoring, or even a midfielder. I don't think our strike partner will score this game. And that is about it, guys. I know I said I'm going to be uploading more frequently, and I am. I'm going to try and keep it to 1 video a week now, whilst I'm trying to set up the other channel, like I said. And I know I mentioned in the last video as well, but as soon as I get up and running, if you wouldn't mind showing it as much love as you do this one, I would really appreciate it. Talking about things I'd appreciate, if you did like this video, if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell so you know when a video goes live. It would mean the world to us. If you have any questions or queries, drop them down in the comment section, and I will try and answer every single one of them. There are 2 videos like this on screen very shortly, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.